My name is Benoit Menashe. I'm the curator of the Glass Gallery, and this is the Plus Factor. All the artists here have something special about them, and this is what I call the Plus Factor. The Plus Factor is creativity, originality, something that they want to convey to you, something that nobody else has, a new system of painting, a new system of scratching the wood and making three-dimensional. Everyone is special. That is why we call it the Plus Factor. Let's take a look. Next to me is Jerry Carl Craig, one of the best artists I know. He is really a storyteller. You are a mixed media genius, and I don't know how you come to these effects. So tell me a little bit about your work.
Okay. As you said, very much mixed media. I work in series. This particular one, from whence we came, because everybody came from Africa, right? Okay. So the theme is Africa and the richness and quality of Africa. So all the symbols relate to African symbols. There are signs from Adinkra, there are signs from people who work with textures, copper, and of course the masks of Africa, and the designs of Africa, the fabrics, the kente cloth, for instance. And all the faces are, the raised faces, deal with the people of color, because they paint their faces like that. I'm fascinated, of course, with pattern and design.
How did you make the faces? Okay.
But these, I was given them actually. Okay. I was given a pile of them and thought, this is perfect for what I want to do.
I like the eyes inside.
Yes, that is the only one that I put the eyes in. Okay. If you look at the others, you'll see black. I purposely did that because I thought that sometimes, you get depth. Mm-hmm. And then the eye, of course, looks back at you, which frightens a lot of people as well. I like the feeling of the depth as well. Okay. Because, it's like you're getting into the soul of the person.
I see the soul.
Yeah.
I feel the soul, and I love it. This is Maya Schonenberger. She is from Basel, Switzerland.
Correct.
And how long have you been painting?
Well, I graduated in 81.
Okay.
And I've been working in textile off and on since then.
So you call yourself a textile painter?
Yes, a textile artist, absolutely.
Okay, but nothing stops you because I see you can use anything. I see
whatever works.
Using whatever works.
Whatever
right?
works, whatever I have to do.
Okay, this effect here of the wire, the mesh wire.
This is actually knitted. So I buy wire, magnetic wire in different gauges, and knit or crochet and then stitch it on top.
It's a knit?
It's hand knitted by me.
Wow. Okay, and this here, you really get the waves.
That's a fabric manipulated in different ways, stitched down.
This is an
the whole part up here is all different fabrics. That's how I get the texture. So it's down here. Sometimes I add paper, like you see paper on top of the fabric
paper,
down here.
Material, okay, and I see newspaper. Some places.
Yes.
Right. So.
Which, whenever I use newspapers, I protect the paper so it doesn't get brittle, or at least I try to protect it so it doesn't get really brittle with a UV protectant.
The colors, acrylic?
Mostly acrylic. Sometimes watercolor, never oil.
But every piece is so different. They're so different. Where do you get your creativity? What inspires you? Okay, this I can say the sea is inspiring.
Well, this read the title, Hindsight. Hindsight is always 2020, so you see the animal parts. I guess that's where this inspiration comes right there.
Right.
And the original idea is the stock market. You know, before the crash or after crash, how everybody always said, well, we knew it, we saw it coming, and that's when I said, well, hindsight is always better, and to kind of give that a body, I went and shot animal parts.
And this one here is like
China.
China, and you have the writing there in Chinese, and it's a landscape with the waterfall.
It's the Yangtze River.
The Yangtze
It's
River.
the Yangtze River, what I call on a good day.
Which one is your favorite?
Of all my pieces?
Yes.
The big mountain, because it's Switzerland,
Okay.
and, you know, reminds me of home, and I miss my home.
This is Carl Kelly. Carl is one of my latest friends, and when I saw your work, I said I must have you because you fit in the plus factor and you try to say something. And tell me, what is all this about?
Well, this work is about child bullying,
Yes.
and it's telling the path of how young children go into school, and where they, on that path, they get in troubles and get in violence, and it's about like anti-bullying. I'm just trying to suggest not a solution to the problem, but more of a reaction. I want to be more people to expose of what's going on for today. This one is called Initiation Day,
Yeah.
and it depicts a child trying to get into a gang where all the others are surrounding him, and they're, you know, kicking and fighting and
That is
everything.
terrible. That is
And
terrible.
It is. It is. It is.
It's. I tell you, I get angry just looking at it. Tell me about this sadness here. Is
This-
incredible.
Yeah, this one supposed to be the story how I imagine it, where the young man playing with someone and he's been shunned out of a group,
Yeah.
or he's been bullied, and he goes into a place of a quiet, dark place, and he's crying. That's why within the background I have abstract colors and try to have the figure on the foreground, and then try to emphasize his emotion by his hands on his head and all that.
You say you started it 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to see you in 5 years from now. I can't wait.
You
I
can't
tell
wait.
you, I can't wait. You are incredible.
Thank
I'm
you
very
very much.
touched, and you make me sad. Okay,
Well, that's a
usually
good-
I
that's a
say.
good thing, right?
Usually you say, "I make me happy to see your painting." You really make me sad and make me want to cry. And again, that's what makes you part of this platform.
Exactly. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Ben.
Thank you for being with us. I'm here with Judy Schwab, one of the great artists. I know you for quite a few years, and I know that you have been all over the world. I remember when you told me a long time ago about Russia,
Right,
about China,
right.
okay?
With
and
my art,
With your art. So
Exactly.
today we have something very special, right?
right,
We have the waves.
right.
Can you explain these waves, this new
When the
thing?
Gulf oil spill occurred, I decided I wanted to do an environmental piece, and I got the idea of making waves. I was inspired by the poetry of Charles Fishman. This says, "What are we here for if not to know beauty?" I took 25 of his poems and created a new graphic free verse, which appears on all of these waves. This is water burns with the light, and yes, the underpinning of the wave is wire mesh, and then hundreds of thin layers of acrylic products form the colors and the waves that you see. I use interference colors and iridescent colors, and when you use these colors over black, they radiate light. And that was my goal here, to radiate the kind of light that comes from the water that's reflecting the sky.
Somebody asked me, it's a crazy question, do you have any qualification to being an artist?
Well, you don't need any qualification to be an artist, but I happen to have an MFA in sculpture and an undergraduate degree in art education. And I've been a visiting artist, as you said, all over the world at the Xi'an Art School. They gave me an honorary professorship and told me to come back. And I've done shows in other countries, and I'm very thrilled to be in the Plus Factor show at Pembroke Pinmes. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, thank you. This is the fantastic Liliane Geraldi.
It's okay.
Make me laugh, you see,
Don't
but you
worry.
are fantastic.
Okay. Yeah.
Your work is totally different from any other work I've seen before. Tell me, how do you reach this?
All the art that are related with the spirituality is that my inspiration. So you can see some sign or symbols that are, for me, are aesthetic object, element, but it's coming from all the pre-Columbian and the primitive art. Of course, Kandinsky, Klee are also my inspiration. Those abstract artists that are related with the spirituality. So
The movement means something? Okay, I know this is the
circle
sun.
means
This is the sun,
it's about energy.
the energy.
All about the energy,
Okay, all right.
the light, it's like we're all together. We are made of the same matter.
And,
That is that.
what do you call this one here?
That is the gold star. Gold star. And it's like the sun as a big star, you know, and it's the same energy going to every place.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm so glad that I met you at the Lauderhill Art Center, that I
am
got
glad
to
too.
know you, that got to know your people. You're very warm people, you are beautiful people, and it's my pleasure, and I hope that our relationship with this group will continue for years to come. This is the beautiful Christina Keller that does this artwork, very intricate. She expresses a lot of feelings and all the signs from the infinity to everything. Tell me a little bit about your work.
I think I try to express that each one of us, we are walking in our lives and a little lost, and that we don't really know what is our path in our lives, that it's like inertia. Yes. And it's, I'm trying to give some awareness to the people to be a little more awake about what is happening in their lives. That I think that art is a way of express that is people has to be more expressing more her feelings, her spirits, and their lives.
I am glad you are here at the Glass Gallery. We will stay friends for a long time because I love what you're doing, and I can't wait to see your next painting and your next painting, and I will be there at every opening that you have.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another great show, another success at the Glass Gallery. This will be on until September 17. Do not miss it. Come and bring your friends and see this great artwork from 11 great artists. This is Benoit Menashe for OCTV.